My full name is Trần Thị Xuân Trâm. I come from 12A3 Trần Văn High School. Today I'm very happy and honored to be here to present to you. And as you know, our life has become more and more modern. So that's why, everybody has higher demand of gaining information and knowledge. So as we know, therefore, computers plays a very important part in everybody's life. And today my topic is about, computers have dramatically changed our life, including me. There's no exception. So today my presentation is divided into 3 parts. Part 1, I'm going to give you some of the general information about computers. Part 2, I'm going to give you some of the reasons why I say that computers have dramatically changed my life. And part 3, I'm going to give you some of, the information about the other negative parts of the using computers. So now I'm going to start my speech. As we all know that computers were invented many years ago, and in the past, computers used to be very colossal and inconvenient for users. So that's why, thanks to the efforts of a lot of scientists and researchers who specialize in the computers, they did try to modernize the computers, and thanks to their efforts, now we have a lot of kinds of the computers like a laptop or desktop. So now I'm going to give you some of the reasons why I think, computers have dramatically changed my life. First, computers have always been considered to be a very effective means of communication. For me, as a student, I use computer a lot. Especially, I usually join a lot of social spaces, such as Facebook or Twitter. I can ask a lot of foreigners about a lot of questions, like, it's just like the way I learn English or their culture, etc. So I can widen my knowledge a lot. And secondly, it's more specifically for the people at work. When it comes to means of communication, people don't have to go out to make contracts with their counterparts. They just, just stay at home and use computers, so they can save a lot of time. So, from all of these specific examples, you can see that computers are very important tool and very useful as well. Secondly, computers are considered to be a very interesting means of entertainment. Of course, as a student at high school, I'm in grade 12, so that's why I have to learn a lot. It's very stressful for me at school because I have to learn many things, So after studying hard at school, I go home and I use my desktop. Of course, it not only, it gives me a lot of information, but also I can enjoy and relax myself after studying very hard. So I think it's very important. Computer is very important for me. Last but not least, computers is always, kind of the, very important when it comes to bettering the education. Nowadays, a lot of teachers are using a lot of very useful applications. I want to give you some specific examples, like they use the Excel or PowerPoint of the Microsoft, of the Bill Gates, a very famous person, okay? And they try to make their lessons very interesting. And of course, the quality of teaching will be improved. Of course, that's very productive when it comes to bettering the education. So, just imagine one day, if there were no computers, what would our life be? It is boring? It is awful? Of course it is. I just want to give you some examples like in the North Korea or in some poor African countries. Then when there are no electricity, even the computers or the internet, their life is so dark that they have no idea about what other things around them is happening. So it's awful. To be honest, I don't want to talk too much about this one because this is a very bad situation in some of the poor countries across the world. But I just really want to emphasize the importance of having the computers in everybody's life. It's really important tool. So last but not least, I just want to give you the other negative part of using the computers. If you are addicted to using the computers, it means that you spend too much time focusing on the using the computers. So it means that it's not good and it's become, has become counterproductive, of course. And so I just really want to advise all of you here, let's become a wise user of computers. That's all. Thank you very much for listening.
I'm thinking to ask you a question, but you inspire me a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, pronunciation, very comprehensive, fluently, something. Everything's perfect.
Thank you very much.
But I want to ask only one thing. We all talk about the advantage of the computer. Can you list some disadvantages of them?
Okay, as we all say, as I have just mentioned in my speech, there are 3 advantages of using the computers. But I think, everything have its phases, 2 phases. So that's why the other negative part of using the computer is it sometimes takes people a lot of time. When I was at grade 10, I used to spend a lot of time searching for information on the internet, or most specifically, you just mentioned the computers, right? So it usually takes me about maybe more than 5 hours a day searching for information. Yeah, I think it's a waste of time for me, and I cannot concentrate on my studying. Yeah, so it's very negative for me. And so yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My question is not in any way related to your topic.
Okay.
Is it okay? What do you want to be? You want to be a teacher, you want to be an accountant. What do you want to be? You're so good.
Okay, you want to ask me about my career job?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. Yes, a lot of people ask me about this question because they see that my English is quite good. I don't want to talk about this, but I just to be honest, I just really want to be a manager in the future. I have no idea about the reason why, but I just really want to apply to the University of Economics in that city. And because now at this moment, I have my English proficiency, so I just try my best to, improve it a lot, because we also have a lot of vocabularies in very specific measures when it comes to business, or when it comes to management. It means that there's a lot of things I still have to learn, so that's why, I still have to improve myself a lot, and also the knowledge when it comes to applying to the university, or going to the university. Yeah. Thank you.
I want to follow up on Mr. Bang's question.
Okay.
I'm your friend, and I come to you, Chum, and I say, oh, I don't know what to do. I am spending 6 hours a day on the internet. What advice can you give me? I can't take this anymore. How do I stop?
Yeah, it's a very hard question. I think it's a habit of everybody, but for myself,